power on tier 3 and 4. Time to unlock some coal. This. And this. Welcome to Satisfactory. I'm Dan. Today we'll be setting up our coal power plant. We're going to be shooting for at least 1200 megawatts, although if we have room, we'll be going for 1800. We're going to head over there right now, and I'll see you when we get there. Foggy this morning, but we'll make do. Our coal over here is got 3 pure nodes, and you got all this water. So up here on this plateau is a great place to set up a power factory. There's plenty of other places in the world which is great for power, but today we're going to be using this one up here. Our 3 pure nodes are just over here near the edge. So I came up here previously and laid a foundation for us to get started. Right here. So this is where we're going to start. Alright, we're going to get started right away. We're going to put... Our first task is to get our miners up. We're going to get at least 2 miners up. We'll maybe go for the 3rd if we have additional time and resources available. So, let's try clearing some stuff out here. I actually need to drop stuff off. Drop a few plates off. Should be good. Alright. I just want to clear out this node. Have some space in there. Yeah, good enough. We won't need this stuff. Alright. Zoot mode. I need to take off the chainsaw so I don't... There we go. We are gonna... There's another node over there. We'll get to it. So let us plan with that in mind. So we're going to go pretty much straight here. I think our thing has a clipping point here, so we're going to kind of end it here or there. Let's put the thing down. Off another this. Okay. So we need a couple of miners. And then we're gonna drop down. Perfect. So I think what we can actually do is go out here. We'd have a nice little cliff point there. Something like that. Get to it. What we want is another miner right here. Perfect. If we use all 3, we're going to need to bring them out here. So we need to plan our points. Just like that. This one will go just like this. This one we need to consider there's going to be one coming here and another one's. Whether we do the 3rd or not doesn't matter, but at least we need to make sure that we have planned for it a little bit. then we'll be fine. And go right there. What? I know they added a thing to reverse the lifts. You can't reverse belts still. That's okay. Quick fix. Good enough. Nice and straight. Perfect. And we're gonna have, this will be a walkway, so one right there. And one right here. We can travel that wire over there. Alrighty. And then we'll just go ahead and bring this one right. Can't do it there. Right there. Corner of the thing. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but it'll work for now. Okay, so that gets our miners set up and ready to go. We're going to put a biomass burner. No, we'll go ahead and set one down right here. Connect it to everything. But we're not going to turn it on yet. So now what we need to do. What do you think? Should I go to the lighter concrete? Should I or concrete? Is that because I edited this or something? Should I make the concrete white? You go ignoring the secondary color. You now have concrete like this. Nice and bright, all one color. When you go darker, any color, you get these two things. For now, I'm gonna leave it like this and we'll figure it out later. Alright, so we need to get down there and we want our first row of water extractors to be near the edge so we have room. So we need to bring this down just low enough to the water. It's really not about the ramp. Okay. Oh yeah. I might have to go up. No, it's fine. We'll go right. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. If we go down any further, we're going to be in the water. So we're going to have to make some adjustments. That's okay. So we'll go there. And then this. 9. Get rid of this. 11 should do it. 11's pretty good. Okay, and we're actually going to go one more out just because we need the room. Said one more. Our belts are going to come in here. We're going to have, in theory, we'll have 1, 2 going this way because we'll have more over that way. And then, so now we need to go up. So we're going to use walls to go up by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could go a little lower. We could go 4. That would be fine with the new soft clearance. It would work just fine with the water extractors underneath. 1, 2, 3, 4. But we're gonna go 5. Have enough clearance for everything. All right, so get rid of that. And then we're gonna have just 5 rows. We're gonna do more. We're gonna fit it on 5. 1 and 2 would go out another 5. We can do 2 coal lines. Perfect. We might do one more. We'll see how it goes. But that leaves 3 for the water extractors. So let's get up there. Let's see how we want to do that. Let's put another one right here. And then we'll go with the nice catwalks. Just want 1. Perfect. And then we'll just put... We can do this. And maybe do another catwalk on the side. But for now, we'll go with this and figure that out. Yeah, fine. All right, so we're up here. Now, depending where we want to do everything, we're going to have either this belt or this belt come up. We're probably going to have the belt along here. So we're going to put our first coal extractor, or coal generator, sorry. We're going to put it right here in the middle. And if you heard my bird chirp, he does that. He likes to talk. So we go 8. Now that said, we could do something fancy if we really wanted to. We could go up and over and use the nice soft clearance to go right above this thing. But we're trying to do this one quick. We're going to build a bigger, fancier one later. So we're going to do a little more traditional right now. And I don't have a ton of decorative pieces to kind of like doll it up anyways. So we're going to do a quick traditional and then move on. And this, we're going to do a splitter. At this point, we kind of just want to get our power done. So we're kind of putting together one quickly, and then we'll come back and spend some time on a bigger one later when we have Mark III belts, Mark IV belts, and all that jazz. Now the pipes we can do different ways. We don't have a pipe thing yet, so let's do 3, 4, 5, and we'll just add 6, and then 2 and 1 just for safety. Because you can do fun things like this. You can angle it if you wanted to. Actually, you want to not have a nut in your hand, so you don't eat them. You actually want to come from where you actually want it. If you want to do like angled stuff, because you could put this right down here, and we could raise these up, and that'd be fine. But if you want to use this to get your things, you can go back. Just go back 1 from where you need it, and then we could, if we wanted to, we could raise it up and put it right above, and it would. Once we put the splitter on there, it would line up. We could angle it back if we wanted to do something fun. It's not going to line up exactly, so you have to play with it in that case. So we can do stuff like that. So if you want to angle it back, like that. You could do something fancy like that. That's pretty much centered. Look at that. Okay. So we can do stuff like that. Or since we are going to actually bring the belts over and lift them up higher, because we're a little bit off due to the heights, we're actually going to raise our belts up just like the other factories we've done. And done. So we'll go ahead and put these up. Perfect. And then we'll put a Mark II belt down the line. And nicely enough, with them centered on the line like that, our belts can come up from the middle perfectly. So either that middle belt or this belt will easily fit into there. And actually, that makes me change it that I need to rotate it just like that. Perfect. Okay, now for the piping. Piping, super easy. We'll just come out to here. You could do something interesting, as I said. You could bring it out and try to like rotate it back if you wanted to do something interesting. Obviously, when you go up, you're gonna start interclipping with the belt splitters, but if you want to do something interesting, you could. But for our straight up simple thing, we're just going to come out here. Now we could do this, but which works. We're going to come over and Or you can come out one before, as I said, and just attach it on the end just like that. And it lines up just perfectly. So choose your preference. I tend to do this because I use it even when going up, because I'll do things like this a lot and then do it there. Although currently in experimental there's a bug with certain bends, the pipe junction will not properly attach with certain bends doing this method. But as long as the pipe's straight, or at least the end of it's straight enough, doesn't seem to have a problem. So if you jump on experimental and you encounter that bug, I'm sure they'll get it fixed. So just play with it and find the ones that work. Okay, so we are set up here. Let's go ahead and get our coal running. This way our coal generators are filled up with coal and we're not waiting on it. So we're going to go ahead and just do that real fast. We might add a third belt, as I say, but right now we're just going to go ahead and do it this way. Now the nice thing about this is we can hit R and reverse. Does that line up? Or is it one more down? That was not correct. So let's use this one to gauge correctly. That looks flat. There are better ways to do this, but I was trying to be quick. Perfect. All right. Arc 2, perfect. All right, let's start these up. We'll put some biomass in there. I'm just going to use half of it, so in case I forget, we have some left over. That should be enough to get the loaded starting. And what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and lay down the second row of coal generators. We'll go the speed method, so everyone's happy. All 3 rows built. Went ahead and did the third one just because I had materials and it was going really quick. Nice thing about a repeatable design. But what I want to change is I actually don't want to use these poles. We're going to go out one and we're actually going to bring this down. And we're going to use floor holes, the new floor holes. And we're going to bring them up that way. We'll come up with a way to make it look good. If not, we can go back to poles. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Still brings them up like before. And so we're going to bring this one out into here. So we, right, that goes here. Okay. We have this 1, 2. Perfect. So that'll fill up there. And then these ones we're just going to send down this way. We need to make sure that we had room. So this one's going to go as far as we can. Actually, you know what? We're probably going to go to the same spot here. So 1, 2. Perfect. This one's going to be right along here. I think so. All right. So we're just going to go 1, 2. Bring this up. That to mark 2. And go down. I think we're good on belts. The biggest concern is I wasn't going to have enough. We'll do that for now. Perfect. Let's go get the other side done and then get some coals and start reload. And good. Now we need to plug it in, and we've got 3 belts going. We'll just go ahead and plug him into there. We're good. How much headroom do we have left of our power grid? Do we have enough for a water extractor? No, we're not. So we're going to have to need a second biomass burner when we add our water extractor. That looks great. We'll figure out how to make it stand tall. I think what we're going to do is actually add some pillars like this. This was my original plan, but then I decided to do that. Let's just add these so they reference. There we go. We can do some fun stuff like does not match up very easily apparently on these pillars. There's like 3 clicking points. You got to find it right middle. No, that's not it. Okay. Rotate. Good. Zoop mode. We can do something like this. I think this looks pretty good. Add some little support and bars. We don't have a lot of decoration yet, so we are kind of limited. But I think it'll look good once we add these on. We're actually down here to do water extractors, but I'm kind of getting sidetracked. We don't have a lot of walls and stuff, so we are kind of limited on decorations yet. But we are going to get coupons. We're going to start generating our coupons shortly so that we can generate more decorations, so that when we come back and do the bigger one, we'll make it fancier. Okay, so we can put our water extractor down now. We're going to do that by finding the middle. We don't have to necessarily do the middle, but we're going to find that by doing the middle coal extractor. We can see the coal generators up here. Right here's the middle. So we'll drop down a pipeline support to a length. And then just line this boy up. Not too close, not too far. One next to it. One next to it. And we come back here and actually lay down more. overclock these two by 50% and then fix it later when we can do this. Or we could put another extractor out here. Like so. I think we'll actually build a bridge there for our driving. Later hypertube. So maybe we could put it over here. We'll figure out what to do. We can move it back to the center later. Or we could overclock. See what we do. Alright. Now, our lines are in line with this one. Usually the center line here, where everything's aligned. So what we want is to bring this out just one shy of it. Actually, vertical mode. You can use any mode you like. If you like the diagonals, do that. If you like the noodle, do that. If you like vertical, do that. We remove this, and then we attach on support. Same thing here. We're one shy. I didn't want to delete. I didn't want to delete that. When you rush, you miss snapping. Snapping points. Alright. I'm going to repeat this process for the other two as best I can. Figure that one out. And let's get going. Okay, now that we've done that, next step is to get back up top. Surprised I didn't leave myself a ladder. That's okay. Oh, okay, because you always build your solutions. We're actually gonna do that there. And then that'll work. We'll adjust it later. We might add a second stairway to go down or come up from that side. Okay. Now what we want to do is attach. Now if I had the floor had the floor attachments, I think it wasn't available in the shop because I hadn't had pipes yet, even though the wall pipes were available. So if I'd had the floor attachments, I would be using those. But since I don't, they're only one coupon, I think. So I'll get them later and I'll use them then. But for now, we're just going to go ahead and clip through the floor. It won't be a big deal. So we can do this by removing the tile. So we don't want to remove this tile. We want to remove this tile. There we go. Now we can see. Bring this up here and we'll have vertical mode on. Even if you use another mode, you're going to have this. Or this, or this. So the vertical mode is going to go out and straight, and come right up. And so we can come back later and add a floor attachment. So I'm going to do the same process for the other 5. And we're going to do this on here. So we'll take this one away, find the pipe, bring it over here, close it up. And we'll do the other 4. Okay, perfect. Now that we have all 6 pipes coming up, or 6 sides, we're coming on both sides just to make sure. Because the water flow rate, we need 360 water, the pipe can only do 300. So by making it go both directions, we're making sure that we can have all the flow we need. We're not going to try to push 360 through just 300. This splits it nicely, it'll work itself out and even out. Now, if you're doing something similar to me, if you're trying to mimic this, you don't have to go, and you don't like going through the floor. You don't have the floor attachment, and you're like, I can't clip, can't do it. It's wrong. You can bring it out, make walls come out to here. If you get the wall attachments, you could do here and then come up and over. You could put a hole in the floor. You can come up with different solutions. I'll come back later and when I have the floor attachment and just make it legit. So now we need to add some pumps because we are pushing the water up well over 10 meters. Each of these can only go up about 10. Can only push water up 10 meters from the middle of the hole. So, which is about here. It's about as high as it can push water. Well, maybe a little higher. That's actually 2 meters up. So we could go it could probably push it to here. Maybe. That's about as high as it'll go. So you're going up at least close to 16 to 20 meters. So what I do is I use what height I can by making the pipe go up as high as it can. Naturally, this uses a little bit of the head lift, and then we can add the pump. We'll just put it right here. We'll do just fine. You could technically put it here. It'll probably be fine. I'm going to put it here. Turn it a little bit. So see. And I'm going to bring a connector up there. Another one over here. Turn it around so we can see the... We're looking to turn it around so we can see the power thing here. And that's in the wall there. I think that I might like this pillar right here. Okay. We're not flipping. Yeah, I guess we'll do it there. That's fine. Maybe I brought the pillar in and left that one off. Oh well. This will work. No, this will not work. Yeah, okay. This one's gonna have to go. It doesn't have to go, but I want it to go. Because we're gonna bring the pillar in, because I want to put another bar there and that pipe is in the way. So we're gonna do this here. Move it down. We don't need much walkway space on that way anyways. Perfect. Now the pump can actually align better. Because it doesn't matter anymore. Make sure you face the right direction. Up. Alright. Do one out. You don't want to do it right next to the pipe because if you're avoiding clipping, these things will pulse into the thing. So then we can bring these right here. Careful about your stepping. Up. We're probably gonna need at least 3. We could start with 1 water generator if we want, but to power this we're probably gonna need 3 biomass burners. Because since each one of these take like 20 power, we'll need plus power for the miners. So we'll need 3 biomass burners. Once we get one of these started and attach a coal generator or 2 to the grid, we'll be good. Okay, and I'm going to bring this out to here. We're going to bring that out to there. How does that look? That's okay. That doesn't look too bad. Wire's not clipping. And then we can bring this and kill the grid. No? Did we not just... Oh, we didn't attach them. That's why. So let's put 2 more. Let's upgrade this one. this in half. All right. Let's see if we started doing things correctly. Nice. We're going to let that water run for a minute and start filling up the pipes before we start attaching coal generators. And while we're doing that, we're going to get these guys done. Okay, everything's plugged in. Let's go see how the pipeline's doing. This one's starting to fill up, so the pipelines might be full. They're full. All right, let's plug in a few coal generators and get everything powered up. Might be that fast. Now you could do Mark II poles and just attach several, or you can attach one to each, you know, whatever your preference is. I don't know why sometimes it lets you do this, because on some other places it's not going to let you do it. See, like there it won't let you do it, but here it will. Couldn't tell you why. You got to come out one like this. It's enough to power everything. What we can do is 1, 2, 3 in, right past the middle. No. Oh. Yeah, okay, so jumping down, probably not the best idea. If you know where it's at, which we know it's this one, so 1, 2, 3, just past the middle, right there. Now we have a pole going straight down, and you won't see any wires whatsoever. We can put it in the same level here and attach it to our network. And then we should have at least about 300 added to it. There we go. So we can get rid of these. And that should be enough to power everything else up. But we'll just attach this one to here. And this one I did. This one to here. There we go. Everything's plugged in. Now we just need to finish off. We'll let the water fill up, and then we'll plug everything in, and then we can decorate a little bit. I think we can go ahead and attach the rest of these. You might be like, well, why didn't you just attach them all the way? Well, by letting the water fill up in the pipes, they'll pretty much stay full, and it just kind of... don't have to worry about them having a slight low part somewhere. Pipes that are full tend to stay full if the numbers work out. We're going to wait for all these to fill up. How we do? Pumps pumping? Yes, we are. While that's running, I say we... do a little decorating. Alright. I've done a little bit of decorating. I think it's time to finish hooking up the rest of the power grid, so let's just do that real fast. Apparently, I forgot something. I didn't put belts. Well, that's going to cause my grid to stutter for a little while. And I didn't hook this one up. Wow. Come on, Dan. Ah, that's the... a little worried there for a second. That would be the base's biomass burners running out of power. Sad, Dan. Didn't want to let the coal run the whole time and you didn't even have it going in. That's okay. It'll take a little bit of time for the coal to work itself out, but I'll be back in a minute when everything's moved. Okay, as you can see, we are now running a solid 1800 megawatts of power. Everything's smoothed out. I helped it along a little bit, but now everything's full up. Manifolds are running. No issues, no bumps in the power grid. So we're pretty good. Well, that does it for our power generator. I think we've got all the decorations done. Well, maybe not. Maybe we missed a couple. So many. Railings. I think that does it. As you can see, I just put railings on. The way the pipes came in, they just came under it. It clips a tad, but when you're looking from a distance, it looks fine, and it looks good. I like it. I don't have a problem. I pulled this one up off the floor, obviously, because walking around was a pain, jumping over it. I could probably raise this whole thing, but eventually I'm going to blow that up here once I get Nobelisks, not that long from now, and then I'll just move that in there. Or we'll be building a bigger one. I blocked off these ones, just because I like the look, because there's no reason to jump around that pillar. And that's about it. I think we'll add a little bridge here for our explorer to come across later. We'll add an entrance, but I think for now this works. Everything's running. We can color everything, but for now I think this is fine. I put a little bridge here so that we can go up and down this hill a little easier. It's not perfect. I could spend some time and improve it, but you know, this is all temporary. You know, the most permanent thing ever, but we have everything running. So the only thing left to do now is run a power line back down to our base. So I'm gonna just pull power line here. I'm gonna put it right here if I can. I really like it right here would be great. And then I'll start running it from there. It would be great if I had built the power line zippers, but I didn't. So we'll just work our way down, and I'll see you back at base. Steven, can you take this? Steven? Fine. Fine. And done. Okay, never mind. Now done. Yay! We have freedom! No more biomass! Now we can actually play the game. Let's get started. Okay, well, that's it for today. We got our power running. Next time we're going to get started on steel. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.